Welcome to Fading Suns. I'm JM, your host and GM of this fantastic table and crew of the Oh Boy. Ulysses Spiel is going to be publishing Fading Suns on Kickstarter, and we have the opportunity to both play test it and show it off to all of you. We are back in the Empire after many weeks abroad in unknown, uncharted space. At the end of last session, the crew of the Oh Boy went through the Leopard's Gate and arrived here on the planet Lemminkainen. And that's where we're going to start picking up right now. You have a crew, a full crew complement, a full hold complement. You have 16 children, the daughter of Duke Electo. You have a representative of the military from Limbus, and you have the steward of
Dalessa
is
the representative.
Yep. And you have the steward of the House Electo. So that is where we are going to start, with you guys returning here. So you arrive in system. What are you doing, Captain?
I need to know what date it is. I'm sorry. I found it.
Today's date?
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
It's cool. It's cool. I did it. Because I like to put the date every time before I start taking new notes. Otherwise, it all just looks like, I don't know, it just provides me a sense of happiness. Anyway, what am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're the
Okay.
captain here.
I have a feeling Calypso's probably just kind of sitting in her chair and inhaling the recycled air.
It is a delightful, delightful smell.
I know when the last person took a poop. It's wonderful.
I mean, there's that too.
There's a lot of people on your ship now.
There's a lot of shit to clean up on my ship.
There's also that. There's also that.
No, I think she's navigating with Gregor, or wait, no, we're not navigating. We landed somewhere. I apologize.
You have not landed.
Or no, we've come into their
anywhere yet.
space.
You've come into their space.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
the
you
date
don't need
apparently
to.
threw me off.
You don't need to apologize.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask Gregor, can you hail someone, see if we can have permission to land?
Yeah, where do you want to go, Captain? There's been to Lemminkainen a couple of times, and a couple of places we could go.
Okay, how about you list them to me, Gregor?
Well, if we go to Hakonen, that's the capital city. It's run by the Hawkwoods. I think
Not the
there's
Hawthorns?
Not the Hawthorns, the Hawkwoods. Emperor's house.
Oh, okay, next.
But I do know that there's a big church there, run by your people, the monks.
We should probably go there. We need one of your big ships.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Now, if we go
Calypso
to
will sip her tea.
Sardon has a number of ruffled shirt houses.
You know, Gregor,
You know, where you have to pay for the
as
ruffled
much
shirts.
as much, there are 16 children on this ship.
Oh, I know. I haven't slept.
Remember, if that ruffled shirt has a tear in it, or it's not entirely operable, or there's a, that 0.1% chance that it's ineffective, you might have a 17.
Don't you just stitch up a shirt when they've got a tear?
Gregor, take us to land where the big castle temple thing, the thing is. I'm done.
We'll probably have some quiet meditation rooms you can just spend some time in silence.
If you need a confessional.
I don't need a
Not
confession.
confessional.
There are
Silence.
16 children on my ship.
Whiskey.
I don't understand why you are worried about that. You're the one who invited them.
Sure did. Sure did. I sure did. Every snotty nose crying for their mommy. Every single one of them. Can we land, Gregor?
Right. So Gregor puts the comm gear on, and you hear half the conversation as you kind of come around and start burning towards the planet of Lemminkind. Again, as we kind of talked about last time, you guys know just from records in the ship, times you've been here, it's known for pygmalium, which is a mineral that has a very specific use in the Empire, and that is the construction of artificial intelligence systems. So it's very rare, and it was heavily mined throughout the galaxy during the Second Republic. Not as much so, but it's still one of its primary exports. It's also known for its bleeding edge medical tech. Refugees.
I'm sorry, bleeding edge?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's there's the cutting edge, and then the stuff that's just beyond that is bleeding edge tech.
Is this like a real thing?
Yeah.
That's not horrifying or anything, doctors
That's
and
right.
nurses.
I want it.
It is also known for both its prison system, and so like prisoners from all over the galaxy will be sent here. And then
Probably so they can make bleeding edge tech.
there you go.
Yeah.
And part of the planet was ceded to the Voldrock barbarians in 4965, so there's still refugees that are being displaced and put off planet. So we kind of covered that at the end of last session, a little bit of a recap, and you can see Gregor has like some of the lights turned green on the panel. All right, Cabo, we got clearance to land.
Good. Take us down.
We're going to be limited to the spaceport to start. They said there's some sort of strangeness going on. They locked the spaceport down, but
Could just like, and she's not talking to anyone, but everyone can hear her. Just one time. Just one time.
no, there was a big solar flare. Is what they're saying.
Could just things not go wrong one time?
Well, was it a solar flare or was it Beatrice?
That's my problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're following her coordinates.
Yeah, but then she makes everything weird.
Well,
Like she.
I mean,
Why
worst
are
case
we-
scenario, we send this planet into it. Never mind.
You mean this? We send this planet into a black hole?
It has something rare.
I am
Oh, you know what? I
very,
never.
very worried
forgot
that this has
those
become a
words.
standard operating procedure for you guys.
I'm so mad.
What has?
Sending things
Okay.
into the sun.
We're gonna deliver the children and people, get them on a big ship. We'll get some pygmalium.
So really, we need to somehow get an audience with Duchess Hawkwood.
Hawkwood. Yes.
Duchess Catherine Hawkwood.
Mm-hmm.
You need to talk to the church. You need to see if they will take the children in and get the powers that be to send
A big ship.
a big ship.
Cool, let's do it. Probably children first.
So you want to go to the
Church.
church first. All right.
Yeah. I made responsible decisions.
I'm proud of you.
I didn't risk a ruffled shirt getting torn and it being less effective.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it, Gregor. You'll understand when you're older.
Yeah, don't think about it too hard.
I love how you guys assume. Never mind. Gonna just keep going.
I mean, I don't assume that Gregor's a virgin. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that he's dumb.
Oh,
You're
He's
the
just-
one who said he's dumb.
I never said he's dumb. I said that he is quite intelligent when it comes to
what he knows.
what he knows. He is innocent in other ways, and you have interpreted
Yes,
that as done. So,
To be
So
fair, Calypso's also, she has an intelligence or wits of 8.
yeah.
And I don't think people would think she's smart at first
no,
place
it's real,
either.
right? Like,
Yeah.
that's probably why you guys get along.
Yeah.
So, all right. You guys, as you come into the spaceport, you can see off in the distance there's a large 8-sided building that you recognize as Morale Cathedral. It is a cathedral of the Earth Orthodox, and it is one of the largest battle monk monasteries in all of the Empire. But as you kind of land, you see other ships waiting in the spaceport. People seem to be, they've been grounded for a while. Cargo has been pulled out of the holds and it's just being left there. You can see some people are reclining on top of their ships
Oh, God.
with little,
The
Yeah.
little thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
the little-
Yeah, they got
yeah, you
cucumbers
got it.
on their eyes. They got this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling like people have been here a while.
This is
Can we ask how long they've been here?
I mean, yeah. Once we land.
Yeah.
Have we landed yet?
They direct you to docking
It's our dock number.
114.
Aha. Thank you.
Everybody remember we're in the Fox. No. And you can see a man in a, he's got a cravat, long-tailed coat, large data slate, and writing utensils. He's kind of walking off. Gregor's like, ugh.
He reminds me of Lisa.
Port authorities, everywhere you go, they're always the same.
Uppity and charging money.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see if we can talk politely and not arouse suspicion.
He kind of looks around the cockpit. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Over the comms you hear, yes, hello.
Hello?
I am here to inspect your cargo.
And you're here to inspect my cargo.
Yes, if you do not open your holds, you will not be allowed to stay here. You will have to find one of the more provincial.
Okay. One moment, please. Why did I speak in that accent?
know.
Gregor's like,
Okay.
that was,
I think you're now committed. 'Cause
yeah, otherwise he's going to think you're making fun of him.
I just panicked. I was talking about not drawing attention to myself, and then I just
that's
panicked.
Exactly what you did.
I need to buy a new hat.
We'll find you a new hat.
Okay. Release the cargo hold. I'm gonna quickly go back.
I'll go with you.
All right.
It's my.
What are you doing, Alestra?
I guess following along.
Okay.
Maybe
Nothing
if
better
there's
to
someone
do.
from the church.
As we were landing, can I just so our viewers kind of know, can Calypso have briefly gone and checked and made sure that there was food set in front of Jex's door, since
Yeah.
we've all are aware that she's not coming out of her
Yeah,
room?
she's still pretty
Yeah.
tore up.
Okay, so I guess I should say, I'm guess not landing. I guess as I'm heading to the cargo,
Yeah,
I'm just
you-
gonna check.
know-
there's food there. It's fine. She's
Yeah.
probably still alive. And
It
then
gets slid, like the tray
Yeah.
gets slid out at night.
Okay.
Pizza and pancakes go under the door.
Yeah. Lots of
We
ice cream.
tried things that with higher volume and it just
Yeah, just
Yeah, it didn't work.
that apology cake took forever to clean up.
minor fiasco. First off, Gemma's spelling. Second of all, they're trying to get it under the door. Anyway.
As the ramp lowers, Gregor kind of heads back with you, and he's. All right, you're on, Captain. Hello.
Hello.
What is the name and registration of your ship?
The old boy is, and the registration is 7, 5, 6, this is that.
Oh, it's one of those ships, yes.
They has a VIN number on the side somewhere.
And you can see like these two other like dock workers kind of walk up and they start, spraying the ship down with anti-rad spray, and one of them starts calling out one of the serial plates that you just kind of have screwed in there at the
It
time.
may or may not have just been it's meticulously welded, but it's definitely welded on top of the old one.
That's right. Like registration stickers, where you're supposed to peel them off and put the new one, but you just eventually get like a 1/4 inch of.
I'm so paranoid of that I continue to keep going like this with it. So when you on my old, granted not my new car, but on my old car, there was just like this arrangement of like rainbow, and I was kind of proud of it.
That's not.
Kind of proud of it.
All right. So, docking fees. How long will you be here?
Gemma, why don't you tell this man how long we will be here? And why we are here?
My heart hurts.
Apologies to Maddie for appropriating her people's accent. Poorly.
Oui.
And that's when Gemma slaughtered everyone, just all of them.
I started twitching. Mass chaos. I don't know how long we'll be here, but we are transporting refugees.
We are trying to get rid of refugees.
That's
What are your
rude.
docking fees?
There are 100 firebirds a week.
It'll be okay.
Do you think we can get reimbursement from the church?
No.
They
We will
spend money on anyone but itself.
work on getting you
I have like 400
that
or something.
fee. Is it prorated if we're not here for a whole week?
Oh, no.
Okay.
What do you do
This
with it?
this spot will be yours for the week, whether your ship is here or not.
Okay. Great. We will get you the money then. Can you direct us to the main entrance to the cathedral?
You may go speak with the battle monks over there, and he kind of points across. I mean, this is a large open air area that is encapsulated by a wall that stands about 30 meters tall, so you kind of had to come in and get low and get over to your spot. If you do not pay, you have 1 hour, and then we will impound your ship.
With children on it?
I do not care what you are transporting. I have a job. It does not say what ship is there. You have 1 hour to pay
I want
the
to
fee.
make a statement, but I don't think it's appropriate. But other people were doing jobs too. And we all know historically how that turned out. Just saying.
We're brandishing a lot of fingers.
You will get your money.
1 hour, yes?
I will hand him 100 firebirds.
Oh, there you go. See? You always pay. Welcome to 114.
We
It
can
is
figure it out
yours.
later.
Yeah.
It is yours for the week.
And your name?
My name is Antonio.
Thank you,
Antonio Paulo.
Antonio, what?
Paulo.
Thank you, Antonio.
What is this job title again? Doc?
Extorter?
Doc extorter? Yeah.
Official.
What's this?
No, dock official.
Doc official. And then I forget. Firebirds, are they kind of like? Are they just? It's like at this point, is it everything is like electronic, or is there actual tangible like, coiny? Like what does the currency physically look like, or is it all electronic?
It all depends on where you're at. Okay, sometimes it's electronic. Excuse me. Sometimes it is. I'm pulling it up right now. Yeah. So sometimes it's an electronic currency, sometimes it's a physical one, but all Firebirds kind of relate to the same.
Okay,
value.
so it's like American currency. There's a credit card, but there's also a
it's-
dollar.
Yeah, there's digital and then there's physical
Okay.
coinage.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
That works.
I just wanted to know for my own information.
The data slate he's holding ejects something, and he hands it to you. Your receipt.
Oh, thank you.
Do we put it in the dashboard?
Do not care what you do with it.
So I can stick it in the mirror?
I'll find. I'm gonna have pockets.
I have lots of
I
pockets.
have breasts.
Got it.
Like
Sorry, one more time.
America.
What was his last name?
Paolo.
Calypso's also gonna ask him where, like, refueling or restocking.
No, we will. If you have needs, you can take care of them in the spaceport.
For how much?
It depends on the vendor.
Okay, what's your good vendor?
Personally, I would go to DeFranco's. They are an adequate intersection between cost and quality.
So they're in the middle.
Yes.
So who would you say is your worst? Just out of curiosity. So I know to avoid.
I love that your accent keeps changing.
Legrato's is the
Is bid. Okay.
No, you've gone Russian.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye. She runs.
Gregor just stands there. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shall we go to the cathedral?
Yeah. So I'll start heading towards the
I'll go too.
Okay.
battle.
I'll sneak out the front door.
As you head towards the station.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Go back to Antonio. How
Yes.
long have people been sitting here?
Oh, this has been going on about 3 days. It is not safe.
Okay.
What is going on?
Oh, there was a massive solar flare. Knocked out all of the communications in the system. They're slowly being brought online. The Duchess has said that no ships are to take off until all communications have been restored and we understand what is going on.
Calypso comes right the heck back. And she'll say, so what if it's been a week and we still not allowed to get off?
Now, then it will be another 100 Firebirds.
That was my question.
Even though you are forcing us.
Yes.
Do you sleep well at night?
Oh,
Like how is your sleeping
like the
schedule?
dead.
Do you have
Okay,
friends?
Yes.
Just let it
Yes.
go.
Thank you.
We'll be doing that. Would 3 days ago coincide with when Beatrice left Lambus?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Beatrice. Okay. Great.
Beatrice is gonna owe us another 100 Firebirds, I tell you what.
Gonna head. Now I'm going to head to the Battle Monks.
Okay. So you can see that the monastery has a small station here that they man, and as you guys walk towards it, you can see that the battle monks, they are as armed and armored as Gemma is right now, which is unusual. You know that in general, when they're moving about an imperial city, you are more likely to see them in, their vestments and robes, and not so much in full combat armor, weapons at the ready.
Wheel pans.
What?
weapons. Weopans.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard the pans in the first part. I was like,
I thought she said pants.
Leo
Leo pants? I was like,
Apparently it's the all the rage on Lemon Cayman is Weopants. Get yours now. Time runs out soon. See Antonio to be extorted and pay twice as much as you would if you were just on that sludge planet with the dead people.
Yeah, I feel like this is why
Ravenna.
Calypso has to make these circuits through the galaxy. She's gonna lie low while her previous con kind of simmers down.
Or whichever dock official she enraged retires.
Right, that's true. You
or
go
let
through
the
dock officials
planet
quite a
to
bit.
die, you know.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm sure she's probably killed some dock officials over some stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I will walk up to who's ever on duty.
Um, It's that word. No matter how you use it in a game, at least half the table says.
I'm just gonna put myself in time.
The watch commander is Sister Battle Katarina, and you can see she stands, like her ID tags come over your armors, as you know that your ID tags are being transmitted as well. And she takes, her helmet's kind of sitting on this hastily erected counter that they're kind of blocking. Like, to enter or exit the spaceport, you have to go around that. And short cropped platinum blonde hair, sweat kind of, I mean, it's not that it's warm here, but they're in full combat armor. You know how it gets. Sister Gemma, welcome to Lemon Canaan.
Sister Katarina, thank you for having us.
So, what brings you here? I don't know that you've ever been here before.
No, I can't say I have been here before. Had the pleasure of.
You're here for rights, for the library, or just an escort?
A little of everything. Have recently come from the planet of Limbus.
I'm not familiar with that planet.
I was not either. We happened through a jump gate that led us to a planet that has been forgotten.
She looks right at Calypso. Oh, a shadow gate, huh?
I don't know. But this planet is failing and its people are dying.
I'm being judged.
And so we bring refugees, and we come seeking the aid of the church to rescue the remaining population.
You'll want to go speak with the bishop, but I can let you know that if there's any way we can help, let us know. There are currently issues going on with the Voldrak. There's been a large influx of Temple of Asti. You guys remember the bishop on Ravenna was a member of the Temple of Asti, and the Earth Orthodox look at the Temple of Asti and kind of feel like, wow, you guys are too strict.
They're the fanatics, right?
They are definitely there is only their view of how the Omega Gospels are to you. There's also, I would be careful who you say this to, the Inquisition has been seen on Lemon Canaan.
Do you know why?
I would say it's due to the Voldrak. There have been a couple of skirmishes, and she kind of blips something over a coded message to you. Just be on your guard. Don't give the Inquisition any more reason to come after us than They already may have. You can see that there's an incident report that comes over your screen as your systems kind of use the codes that you have to decrypt. It looks like there was a incident in some place called the Blood Desert with, according to the Inquisition, heretics and cultists of the Engineers Guild.
Calypso's gonna whisper to you though, what's an inquisition?
But also, it looks like the Inquisition has arrested a number of the Battle Order, and tensions are running kind of high in the church here on Lemon Canaan.
So I will discreetly blip something back along the lines of, because if I remember, the Inquisition is looking for technology, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was the mission that I was sort of claiming without being the Inquisition.
Yep.
Okay. I will blip something back along the lines of, they're looking for the same old, correct?
But I know that they have gone through, and this, she just says, I know they've gone through our armories twice since arriving here. So, whatever happened recently has kicked their hornet's nest. I will prepare a cell for you.
Yes, my shipmates will also need quarters. We've been on the ship for a while. We need to stretch our legs.
I will see what I can do, but space is at a premium here.
I understand that, and I will explain to the bishop, we are not looking to leave refugees here to overburden you, but we are looking for a solution, because not only is the planet dying, but the people are being oppressed by an outside force.
Those of us who are swords on the ground, we stick together when we've seen what we've seen. I will put in a word with the bishop for you, but I will be here for at least the next 12 hours.
I'll turn to you. We should probably tell Alexa to take special care of her companion.
What about the wagon, the wham gun, the boom gun?
The womp gun?
Weapons are,
The
the
womp
womp
gun's
gun
on
should
the
be fine,
ship
shouldn't it?
with Jackson.
The womp gun is tech.
And it's kinda neat.
But it's on
It's
the,
kind of neat.
but it's on the ship with Jexa.
Right, I would be more, I mean, you do have a companion who has,
Yeah,
I'm just all encompassed worried, okay?
well, yes, but we especially need to make sure that companion stays in bed.
Are you talking about Nigel?
No, not Virgil.
Oh, he
Um,
doesn't sleep in a bed.
Oh my gosh, okay. I will turn back to the ship briefly, just to inform the group. Try to space it out of earshot of the monks, but also the dock workers.
Okay.
Just to say, so the Inquisitors are here. The Inquisitors do not take kindly to tech. And so we might want to warn Alexa to keep her companion in bed.
Also, Jexa should stay on the ship.
Jexa
Jack
should
should
probably
absolutely
also
stay on the ship.
hide some of her toys
And herself.
and you know, not take her gloves off
Yeah.
for the time being.
Well, I mean, she has barricaded herself in her room.
Well, yes,
so.
but just let her know that that is the best option for her right now. Do you want to do that, or should I do that?
I'll do it. She's not speaking to you.
Well,
she's really not.
we'll work on it. That's fine. Gemma doesn't have her own guilt issues to deal with. It's fine. Okay. Okay, I can wait here if you want to.
Okay. Calypso will go back. She will knock on the door. She will relay said message. She will wait for an answer.
Go away.
Okay, bye. Back
Don't
over.
forget Alexa.
Oh shit. Key mushrooms. She will explain that stay in bed actually means stay here unseen. Oh man. Nobody else picked up what I was doing. Stay here and don't do anything stupid.
So, you want me to stay here and keep an eye on everything?
Yeah, we might need you to proverbially smash people into mirrors. Or physically. It's fine. Take your pick. I'll trust your judgment.
Alright, he locks up the door. There's this sweet, sickly sweet smell that kind of pervades the open air spaceport, and you can see that there are large amounts of rotting vegetables as cargo containers have just been opened, and this stuff is being allowed to.
So have like our people, because they searched the cargo hold, did they like pull them off of the ship, or they saw we have people on our ship?
They categorize, they took inventory of what you had on the ship in the holds.
Also, don't mention Beatrice. Just don't do it. Yeah, no, don't do that either. We'll relay that to Alexa. We'll just say, Ixnay on the Beatrice.
Hey.
Beatrice,
Anyway, all right,
Try Speed Bay? I don't know.
Trot off to the cathedral.
all right. The capital of I keep wanting to say Harkonnen. It's not. It's Hakonnen.
I keep wanting to say
I thought it was Lemon
it's
Cake.
a main song from the Lion King.
The planet is Lemon Canaan.
Oh.
The city that you are in is Hakonnen.
Oh.
And you can see as you kind of exit the spaceport, there's this beautiful vista of the city. Spaceport's on a hill. The city kind of descends down, and the only other hill is this massive 8-sided cathedral. You can see buildings inside of, sections inside the cathedral. One of them is the church library. But the city is built on this kind of descending out of the foothills of a mountain, and you can see this vast crimson slash across the horizon as the foothills kind of transitions into the blood desert. The other large building that you can see is the Hawkwood Manor, which is also
Hawkward.
The Hawkwood Manor, the Crimson Palace. It's kind of the ducal estate and governmental building here. But it's pretty easy to see how you would get over to the cathedral. You can go on foot. There are some rails that can take you.
Oh, let's take public transit. I always like that.
Okay, are you paying?
Yeah, we'll pay, and then I'll steal some stuff out of people's pockets. It's
Okay,
gonna be
sweet.
fine.
Great. Public transport it is.
Wouldn't that be the best planet to do extracurricular activities because of the Inquisition?
You know what? That's probably not a dumb idea.
I have those occasionally.
Do public transport.
All right, so you guys take the light rails over, and eventually, these things kind of rise above the city, descend down to the streets. Stops are on all levels of the city. But eventually it comes to the cathedral. And what you've noticed is that most of the people here, at least on the rails, they all seem to be not very nicely dressed, but not the shabby, gray,
I wanna
dingy
try my
people
I
of
wanna do it so bad.
Limbus. Like,
Wanna
this
do it
seems
so
to be, I mean, this is the capital of a imperial planet, and it's the city where House Hawkwood is in charge. So
I'll pick
it is
pocket
only
later.
very rarely when you descend down near towards the bottom of the streets of the city that you see any signs of kind of urban decay. Everything on the
Normal
upper
people.
levels is shiny.
Okay.
But you pull up to the station that announces that it is Morelli Cathedral, and people begin to kind of disembark.
I will not sleight of hand as much as I want to.
You want to?
I want to so bad. Is that a dex plus sleight of hand?
I'm getting off.
I have a 13. I could maybe do it.
I'm getting off.
Oh, fine. I'll do it later.
We're getting off. You can stay on the train as long as you want.
She uses the money she pickpockets to call you guys from prison. Hey, Gemma.
The gates to the cathedral are marked with the jump gate cross, and you can see that there are large statues of both the prophet Zebulon and one of the Uroban, one of the alien races, because who has what church capabilities do you have?
Cathedral customs,
Cathedral customs would work.
I have church ordination.
religion lore.
That's a perk.
Battle sister lore.
Not a-
Capabilities.
I have
Yeah,
court
so-
customs.
Okay.
I ain't got any of this stuff.
So cathedral customs and church lore both let you know that one of the disciples, and not a human disciple, Ven Og this is the planet that Zebulon met them, and this is the planet that they discussed nature and where nature fit in the hierarchy of the Pan-Creator's universe. And when this Uroban decided to join with Zebulon on his crusade, if you will, is the prophet's journey throughout space.
What do Orobans look like? Are they the horse people?
No, I know you really want the horse
I
people.
do. I do.
The Uroban are one of the two children of Earth, children of the Ur. They look very similar to humanity, except they have very large, dark, pupilless eyes.
So kind of like Mantis, but without the.
Sure.
Okay.
That's a great visual.
There are. She was known as kind of the diplomat of the disciples, which is strange that then the battle monks would hold this as one of their sacred monasteries. But she's also the reason that the Oban follow the Omega Gospels of the Prophet. After Zebulon's death, she formed a sect and went back to Oban and converted a large number of her people. But guards kind of see you coming in. The cathedral guards stand at attention. And
She totally finger guns at them as she keeps
Totally.
very close to Gemma.
you can see that there are the places to light, like the prayer chambers where you can light candles, you can leave messages, light a stick of incense, that sort of things, before going into the cathedral proper.
Okay. I'll take note, but continue to head into the cathedral.
All right.
Unless there's something that seems off but.
I mean, there's
you know.
penitents there. Most of them seem to be, at this time of day, sort of more of the nobility who have the ability to step away from.
Is there a donation box?
There is a donation box.
Sticky fingers. Actually, I'll walk over and I'll light a candle.
Okay.
Close is gonna have an argument with
And silently to myself
Not saying anything.
offer a prayer to Beatrice for guidance.
Okay.
Just say, really feels like, yep, nope, just, yep, great, stay with us, thanks, cool.
What are you two doing while Gemma goes up to pray?
I'm probably like inspecting the architecture, taking it all in. Like I've seen nice things, but this is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. You're eyeing the donation box, sorry.
How close is the nearest guard to the donation box?
Oh my gosh.
Or are they like right there?
As you were watching, looking at the architecture, a tall, thin man with a like a trimmed, like oiled mustache and goatee, synth silk cape kind of thrown over one shoulder. He kind of arm under the cape. It's beautiful, is it not?
It really is.
Yes.
It's absolutely stunning.
I can totally see why one of House Hazat's spies would be here viewing this. That's normal.
I'm sorry, what?
No, do not. If we play this game ends with one of us taking a dart, and I would rather not do that here in the public.
Okay. I'm very confused right now. Please continue.
Yes, I assume that your confusion is that I know and not that I smile. Do not forget to smile. Yes, I am Francesco Caravello, and I am the ducal spy master. It is my job to be aware of those who come to the planet and those who move around my planet, especially my city, especially those who have a penchant for masquerading as things that they are not. And yes, no, that is very funny, very funny.
So funny. Couldn't agree more.
So what brings someone of your station here?
Necessity.
Yes, that is why I'm standing here too. And why? And you can kind of see the cape flutters a little bit. Why?
Can't see your hands.
Oh,
so-
he moves his right hand under the cape.
There's
You
totally a
definitely-
gun under there.
Cool. No big deal.
You do realize that many people have been looking for you. Your face came up across many black channels over what happened on the.
Dang it, I forgot about that. I need to buy a bigger hat.
Yeah, you do.
On the Milan station, something about a number of church guards being killed. So I ask you again, and I ask you quite nicely. What are you doing here, and why are you in the city the hour that the Duchess returns to it?
Oh.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Timing is everything.
I'm not
I just
stressed.
kind of walk with him toward like candles, so it looks a little natural.
Sure.
Okay.
He always stays to your right and about 2 steps behind.
I'm not trying to get away. Just
No, I understand.
Acting natural, moving.
Yes.
In all truth, it is coincidence that we are here the same time as the Duchess. My companions and I are working to help refugees from a planet that has been long lost, and we're trying to help find them a home. Not necessarily here, but we need help getting them to a home. So it truly is coincidence
Yes.
that we arrived with the Duchess.
Yes. No, I hear all that you are saying. I do find it very interesting that one would say coincidence, another would say cover. I mean, I built my life on assuming that there are no coincidences. So, I also noticed your friend that she is eyeing that donation box like it is a long-lost lover or child.
She's
I'm not too sure which.
she's a colorful personality. We
She,
try to help steer her toward the right.
yes, I can totally, I hear what you're saying. You definitely did that when the two of you murdered a number of guards at Mullen Station. Let me make it
I
clear.
regret that.
I will be watching you. If not me, my eyes will be watching you. I do not like House Hazat spies in my city. And so the fact that I'm talking with you right now is, oh yes, no, that is because
Beautiful painting.
your friend is a member of the battle order, and I am not sure what to make of that yet. And while I do not wish to go to war with the battle order, I have no qualms poisoning any of you. So, let us just make sure that when it comes to the straight and narrow, you are towing said line, yes?
Of course.
Back away from the donation
Yes.
box.
I will be in touch again. A pleasure talking with you.
Same to you. Have a pleasant day.
Yes. The money goes into the box,
Yeah.
not the other way around.
She puts a Firebird in there. Just
Yeah, you can hear it. It sounds like no. There is a delightfully full and rich noise when it.
oh
when
yeah,
it
she
falls in.
she cries a little bit.
Yeah. You're pretty sure that box is at least 3/4 full.
Yeah.
That's enough
She
Firebirds
cries
to
a little
like.
bit.
You could stay here a year.
Oh, I want it so bad.
Put my arms around you and steer you into the
Okay, fine.
control.
Battle system. And this guy. This
I would have been fine. It was a
noble.
1.
This noble, like, seems very sort of almost foppish as he walks along.
Okay.
He's not a friend. He's not an enemy.
So you pulled me away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I never-
Don't.
I'll light another candle.
This would be a terrible time right now.
Master
Just
Isabella. Like, hey, just checking in.
Don't mind me. Live camera. It's fine.
Thanks.
Please don't cause me to emulate myself.
Yeah, I'd rather not emulate myself, but you know.
I'm in so much pain.
Okay, great, thanks. And then I'll head in.
Alright. Well, as you enter into the cathedral, you can see a number of. The majority of people are wearing the vestments that identify them as Earth Orthodox. You do see, however, the Temple of Vesti here, and there is one Inquisitor that you see walking around, kind of looking down his nose at everyone. Every so often, he will grab one of the scribes and make a demand of them before sending them on their way.
Can we kill it?
But one of the scribes, to kind of gain access to this, like any sort of resources, you're gonna need to talk with one of the scribes.
Okay. I will find one out of the Inquisitor's arm reach.
Okay.
Because he'll probably be in a better mood. And just try and get their attention discreetly without like.
All right.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
What is your name?
I'm Benson.
Benson.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you, Benson.
Did I do something wrong?
No.
Is this
no,
about
no.
the candles?
What's wrong with the candle?
Nothing. I've already made penance for that. It won't
Okay.
happen again.
I thought the candles looked lovely.
Oh no, not those. Why are you talking to me?
Did you touch a candle without its consent?
I am.
No, I put candles where you're not supposed to take candles into the archives.
Oh.
Yeah, I understand that. I am not
Office
from
tone looks
here,
off to the camera.
and I would like an audience with the bishop, if possible. I don't know who to talk to about that.
I mean, not me, but I can take a message for you, sister.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Are you not from the order here? Or do you
I
not
mean, I'm from the
regularly-
order. I'm just not from the order here.
Oh. Okay. And you can't go talk to them, sister?
I don't believe I have the authority to. I'm from Sanctuary Aeon and not from here.
Oh, all right. I can find that for you.
Are you okay?
Me? Yes.
Like, penance.
No.
No?
No, I'm not a Navasti. I am, and he points to the jump gate cross on his shoulder. I'm Orthodox. We do not flagellate.
Okay, so then why are you all, like, you did penance and you're sad about it. What did you do? Pray?
Yes, I prayed. I cleaned a lot of things. I've been told I'm a nervous fellow.
Oh, so this is just
I'm sorry.
This is
This
just
is,
normal.
No need to apologize.
um,
We have some things we need to take care of, and we need the bishop's help. And so, if you would prefer, I just go talk to him. But I
No,
know there's some orders and procedures to
Bishop,
this.
I can get a message to Bishop Contanto.
I don't even remember that name.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Benson.
And he just goes, makes a beeline away.
They make medicine for that. It echoes that.
Is there anything else we want from the cathedral?
Yes,
Really wanna
I want
know
that
the
donation
archives.
box.
I want to learn more about this.
For the long term.
The bleeding
other
edge
than
healing.
donation.
I want to
We
learn
get
more.
that donation
That will
box.
probably be in the city. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
gonna be something the church has control over. It's not a sanctuary Aeon temple. This is gonna be more like biotech out in the city.
Okay. I want to learn more about healing.
Okay. Then I will probably just start doing laps around the interior of the cathedral, checking on iconography, but also trying to
You guys are tempting me so
get
hard.
an idea of what the Inquisitor is,
Dang it.
why the Inquisitor has a bee in their bonnet, what they're up to, why they seem so bent on disrupting life here.
Okay. Give me I want you to give me a intuition plus observe roll to see what you can pick up. What are the two of you doing while this is going on?
Still looking at the architecture, but I also want to just kind of try and get a feel for what's going on in here. What are the tensions? What are the people looking like? Read the scene.
All right, give me an intuition plus observe roll, please.
I'm sitting across
not
from the
the best
donation
roll.
box.
Using my
Just doing
bulleted
this.
VP to bump
Yeah,
it
what
up to
was-
15.
We don't have VP.
Well,
You have
wait,
your
you've
vault from last.
Oh, then I have 5.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Um,
Oh, that's a 4. Success.
Those are Sharpies. Do not use. Okay. Can I steal an expo?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't care which one.
So 4.
9.
4?
Yeah.
And how many are you spending to? This is an easy task. It'll cost you 2 of your VPs
Okay. Yeah, then I'll use 2.
to do this.
I got it. I got a 9 out of 14.
All right, it's gonna cost you 2 VPs to do this. So you spend about the next half
We should
hour
just kick
kind of
those.
spend the next half hour walking around, talking with some of the people, keeping an eye on Calypso, who is like trying to bore holes like in the side of the donation box.
Can I get it? Like, can I observe how badly could this go wrong? If it goes wrong.
Give me a perception from plus observe roll. We'll come back
Okay.
around to you.
Okay.
But you pick up the name Giandaro, Inquisitor Giandaro, and
I just crit.
I will come back to you in a second. The Inquisitor is here.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor came in about a month
I still
ago
like your point.
to investigate rumors of out in the Blood Desert, there seem to have been more incidents of what are being called monstrosities. There were rumors of cultists. Some people even think that it may not be an antinomist sort of thing, but more of one of the guilds is doing something out in the desert. Nobody really seems to know. And the Inquisitor came in and had found, while the Battle Order is allowed to have technology, especially as it relates to weapons and being the fighting arm of the church, apparently the Inquisitor found some things that he wasn't happy with, which has caused a lot of stress as the inquisitorial staff has taken to confiscating things from the Battle Order. They've been making a lot of excursions out into the Blood Desert, doing scouting missions. They've, what's really the latest thing that's got a bee in the armor of the Battle Order is that he has been exercising his authority to put battle or brother and sister battles out on patrol in the desert, where he wants them to do scouting sort of things. Everything was sort of coming to like an impasse. The Inquisitor hadn't found anything. The bishop was getting ready to put an end to it, and then the flare happened, and all of the power went out in on the sun side, like the day side of the planet. And
The day side. Is it a sun-locked planet?
it is not, but what the side that was experiencing daylight at the time,
Okay.
yes. But tidal lock planets will be coming
Okay.
up in the game. We
Okay.
have plans for that, so I'm not gonna slip one past Calypso. The captain knows too much. And when that happened, it seemed to originate, like the pulse that took everything out seemed to originate from the Blood Desert, which has just reinvigorated the Inquisitors.
We have to go to the desert. Okay.
That's what you get. It definitely feels like, as you watch, the Earth Orthodox folk are keeping an eye on the Temple of Asti folk. The Temple of Asti folk they seem more haughty, but less sure of themselves, as if all of them are new here. They are the ones who are constantly stopping and asking for directions, pointing, as if they're trying to figure out which way they're going. They seem to be the newer scribes and acolytes and priests in this cathedral. They have no qualms about stopping basically whoever they want, and you see that a large number of them bear the red band of the Inquisition around them. Not all of them, but a large number of them. All right, so here's the thing. Cue the Ocean's 11 music.
I immediately went Pink Panther.
That's Mission Impossible.
I know. That's the one I went to, is what I meant.
So you, first of all, with a critical success, you know that that box is probably currently at upwards of 700 Firebirds. Possibly as many as 1,200, depending on whether the Firebird is stacked in a pyramid or if kind of,
Slouched out.
yeah. You don't see anybody shaking it to make sure that they all go down, but that's your best guess. Somewhere between 700 and 1,200 Firebirds. No one is actively watching the box. However, there are 3 brother battles who are making a circuit around this part of the cathedral. You're certain that they only come through this area
Yeah.
every 7.5 minutes.
Okay.
However, there are a large number of parishioners
Well, I don't care
and
about those
penitents.
people. I'll
So
just kill 'em,
you
it's
would
fine.
need a distraction. There's currently about 81. You kind of notice somebody kind of walk in from the side. You have it all laid out in your head, like the angles, like when the brother battles are kind of
Committed to
coming
this.
through, how far the box is to the gate.
Yep.
You're also pretty sure that it's locked down. You can't tell how, but it's sitting on a metal platform that seems solid, and it doesn't matter, like, when the little old lady kind of grabs the box to put the Firebirds in, she's not shaking it. It doesn't seem to move in any way when the merchants come in and kind of drop a bunch of coins in there. It doesn't. It seems as if the box is mounted somehow on the metal platform. If only you had Jexa. You're pretty sure Jexa or Gregor could figure out what's going on there.
I have attack redemption of 5.
Well, then you can give me a wits plus tech redemption roll.
Okay. Wits.
I don't know her.
There's at least one person who knows.
I got a 4 and so I got a 4, so I succeed. So
All right. This is a demanding test to try and figure out what's going on.
okay.
You have 6 points to spend.
Yeah.
All right, so you spend 6 points. You make a couple of passes when the brother battles are around.
I'm just like.
Yeah. You give like a kick. It costs you about 5 Firebirds to make these passes. Like you give the metal stand a kick. Now it seems pretty solid. As you kind of drop it, you give the box a shake, which does seem to like the box. You can move it side to side, but any kind of upward force, you can feel it. There's a split-second delay, but like you lift it up and then
So it's magnetic.
there's something going on like that. So
Okay.
yes, you now know that there's somewhere between 707 and 1,207 Firebirds in there.
I'm gonna get it. Okay.
Hashtag pirate goals.
Yep. Hashtag pirate goals. We're doing it. Okay.
All right, so at this point, Benson sort of comes back.
Yes.
Are you just making the moves in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She's just kind of awkwardly do that when somebody looks at her.
Yeah,
And they'll just,
Benson's like,
and they'll-
Benson flushes bright red. Yes? Sister Gemma,
Hashtag
I have talked with, well, not Bishop Contanto herself, but I did speak with Priestess Margarita. She is the Bishop Scribe, and she said that for a member of the battle order, she would be glad to speak with you. She said that she also received a note from Commander
Katarina?
Brazano, who is I don't know her first name, but possibly I can take you to the receiving room now if you would like.
Yeah.
Or if you would like to freshen up first, I am told to escort you to a cell.
No, we can go now.
Oh, okay. I will.
Hand on Calypso's shoulder, directing, and as we're going, I'll whisper, if you want to keep your bowels where they currently are, don't do it in front of the Inquisitor.
Okay, fine. We won't do it in
Are
front
you
of the
saying
Inquisitor.
that he may cause a movement?
Shut the front door.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing it at all, but if there's an inquisitor here,
There's like 1,200 firebirds in there.
yeah, there usually is.
You're in a freaking cathedral.
I don't give a crap about
Full
I
of
know,
this
battle
stuff.
I know you
sisters
don't
and
care
brothers.
about that.
Do you know how
If
much
you
money
want-
your order has? And they pretend like they're so humble.
Yeah, how much of it
Yeah, by
stays
the way,
in order?
you can see like Benson's eyes are just like.
Benson, it's fine, I got it. Doesn't
See,
actually stay in
I
the
didn't hear
order.
anything.
I will murder
You
you.
can leave.
Oh no!
Benson, ignore her.
But she
Please-
said she
Please
would.
just lead us on, and we'll be safe.
Benson, I won't let her murder you.
It's
Benson,
fine.
take a breath of this. I'm gonna hold like smelling salts under his nose. Deep breath in and out.
The money doesn't stay at the church.
In.
What built all
And out.
this?
Very good.
It's-
Very
The
good.
money went to the construction,
I,
the rest of it.
I do not wish to be
I'm
murdered.
just telling you,
Ignore her.
the inquisitors are not to be
Very,
trusted.
very specific in the
I
murdering.
won't do it in front of the
Sister Gemma
Inquisitors, but I'm going to
will
do it.
not allow her to kill you. Okay. Please just lead the way for us, okay?
I could just take off a hand.
Calypso, shut up.
Dang!
He leads you into sort of the administrative areas. Calypso, you're not seeing anything that maybe, necessarily. Nothing here is gaudy, and nothing here is ostentatious, but all of the iconography is beautiful. All of the trim is gilt with gold. There's gold painting, like all of the halos of all of the saints is done up with gold leaf. There is a lot of wealth on display, but again, it's not like sort of wealth, but sort of
It's not like Vatican City.
yeah. Well, we may disagree there, but it is not gaudy like I believe he was a Spanish architect for the church. Gaudi, like he had a very distinctive style that you never want to be known. Like you never want your last name associated like that.
Oh, this entire time when I thought you said gaudy, I thought you meant like kind
Gaudy.
like no,
Oh.
no, like kind of like cheap, like.
Oh yeah, no, like really ostentatious, like bling everywhere.
Oh, okay. Hey Benson.
Margarita's. This is her office.
Thank you,
It
Ben.
was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine.
Ah,
It's cool, man.
ah, mm.
You just
I
gave
feel-
that kid another
I-
complex.
How old are you?
He looks to be sort of in his like mid to late 30s. So
Oh!
24.
He is not aging well.
Have you ever been to like a spa? Gotten a massage?
No, I'm not allowed to go to the city of Sardan.
Yeah, don't go. Don't
Not what I meant. Like just like haven't you ever had like a massage train with your friends?
No, I've been on the rails.
go. Oh, child.
That's a euphemism.
You need help.
No, it's not. I'm gonna walk into the office.
Thank you, Benson. Don't forget to breathe.
As you walk in, there is a you are greeted.
She'll be like.
As you go to open the door kind of opens for you, and there is a elderly woman, white hair kind of pulled back into a pair of battle buns, much like yours, and you can see that she does wear the robes of the Order of the Scribes, but she bears the medals of a sister battle. Most of her medals are from are of the older style. The last time before the church updated them. Well, come on in. I hear you wish to speak with the bishop. You'll have to speak with me first. That is how these things work, as I'm sure you understand.
Absolutely, totally understand.
Refreshments are on the table, water, and bread. I am.
Calypso will immediately just go that way and put food in her mouth so she doesn't keep speaking.
I am Marguerite. what can I do for you? Katerina said that you had a mission of some import to share with the bishop, something about a lost planet.
Yes. I guess I should back up a little bit. Have you ever heard of the graveyard of ships?
That is where a battle happened, I believe, a great space battle. If I remember my battle lore correctly, and she comes and sits down across, there's this beautifully carved old wooden desk.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that Marguerite is not one to, there's no technology anywhere in here save for the lamps on the wall. There are scrolls, there are pads of paper, there are inkwells, multiple fountain pens, and a large sort of looking glass that would swivel into place. Some Second Republic, if I remember correctly. By the way, you are...
My name is, total brain fart.
Not
Alestra.
Alestra.
Sanctuary.
Yes, I recognize your vestments. Good after a fight, but... And you?
I'm her friend.
Does her friend have a name?
Mars.
Mars. Bringer of war. I like it.
Okay.
She's our pilot.
She is your healer?
Yes.
Are you in charge of this group?
No. Well, I mean,
We're kind of a collective.
for
if
now.
that's the right word.
Anyway.
You're at the...
Graveyard of Ships.
Yes.
And
Any specific reason for going there? That is a notoriously dangerous place, is what I meant to say.
we found ourselves there. We had been told, rumor had caught our ear of the possibility of a jump gate. And
Oh, the Shields Gate?
Shields Gate, correct.
Yes.
And we decided to see if those rumors were true.
Mm.
They had caught our ears a number of times, enough times to spark interest. And so we found ourselves there. Shields Gate does exist. We passed through and found ourselves...
You went through Shields Gate.
Yeah, it was a trip. These like lion things came at me. Weird.
The
like-
gargoyles attacked you?
I mean, like, they acted like they wanted to, but they ended up not.
It was a test of different merits of a person.
So the rumors of its powers were not exaggerated either.
No, it's one of the Ur Gates. Okay, so what if... I'm not saying I disbelieve your sister, but this is quite the tale to tell.
I know. We have others who can corroborate our tale, but we passed through and we found a planet that had been transmitting a beacon for thousands of years. And upon landing on the planet, found members of House Electo that had been...
Vladimir's house?
Yes. That had been lost in time, and were actually being besieged by creatures from the planet itself. And so find themselves slowly losing an ongoing battle to an outside entity bent on their destruction. So,
You did not bring this entity back
no,
to me.
we did not.
Okay.
We scrubbed the ship, right? Yeah,
They did the little weird BBs on them.
yeah.
Well, and you went through the atmosphere and burned them off.
I sure did.
Well,
That's
that's-
Tune into last episode for that amazing scene.
but we bring a few refugees and representatives, but we believe this planet needs to be evacuated before all of its people are lost.
Do you think you can get more people back through Shield's Gate?
They would need to be devout. They would need to be members of the battle order. But I believe we could get people through. You don't have to pass through it to exit. It's just to get there, as far as we know. Is that right?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
no gate on the other side. That was the anomaly. That's why Alexa was kind of been stuck there.
Got it.
You can just circle the word if you agree with it. Okay.
Do you like?
Okay.
Do you want to be my friend?
Yeah.
Yes
or no?
I contemplated writing that. I was just like,
That is why we are here. We are seeking the aid of the church. The church is one of the few in the galaxy who would have a ship large enough to evacuate the remaining population.
Assuming we can verify this, we could dispatch one of the cruisers to go in there, and we would need to see your black box, verify travel logs. Again, not that I do not trust you, but if we're going to send a cruiser to Shield's Gate, I want to know that they can get through and get back. I will bring this to Bishop Contanto's attention. I assume that our order has a cell prepared for you. We don't have much room in the cells, thanks to the influx of visitors. But I can speak with the Leopard's Paw, one of the inns in the city. I can see if I can't get you a room there. They're run by a devout couple.
I'm also not opposed to just sleeping on my ship. It's okay.
Fair enough.
But we are grateful for your help and hospitality.
It is most welcomed.
May I ask, how is the Inquisition? I can read on your face your thoughts. That is.
It's not something we normally discuss with those outside of the vows. But you know how the Inquisition is. When they have a leash, Giandaro is off his.
Who's Giatharo?
The Inquisitor.
Okay.
As much as I dislike your order, your vows of pacifism, I would still rather have 1,000 Sanctuary Aeon priestesses here than the Temple of Hasti loyal to the Inquisition.
I'm confused. Layman's terms for the person who doesn't know anything about religion. You two are the same order.
Yes.
Yes.
She is of a different order.
Her order's pacifists.
Her order is pacifist, their order is like the
Right.
militant arm of the church.
Okay. And then she would rather
She
have
doesn't
them
like
than
them, but
Nivasi.
she would rather have them than
That's
Nivasi.
what I see now. Okay. Carry on.
I might actually ask you two to step out just for a minute. I'll fill you in.
Yeah, I'll go ask Gregor to detach the box.
We'll both just head back to the ship.
Okay.
I'm not heading back to the ship.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
I'm well aware.
Fine, then I'll go to the inn.
Okay. You'll have to. So you're gonna try and find the Leopard's Paw Inn.
Yes.
You're not going to help me create a distraction?
No! I don't want to die.
All right.
Once they have left, has anything been done? Well, first, may I assume that there are no recording or listening devices that you are aware of?
I sweep weekly.
I assumed. Has anything been done to check the Inquisitor?
We were making progress. Maria was doing her best. It is her cathedral, after all. That damn solar flare. And whatever it did in the desert. He invoked certain church authority that even the bishop has to bow to when there is evidence of banned or illegal or heretical tech. Maria wants to lift the block on the spaceport, and I believe that the Duchess does as well, but the Inquisitor cares nothing.
Wow.
He's worrying at that thread.
The Inquisitor is convinced it was tech and not just a natural phenomenon?
A solar flare shouldn't have knocked it out. Any of our technology. But there was some sort of answering pulse from the desert, and on top of all of the rumors that he is here chasing down. It was a little too convenient.
Do you know the rumors that he is chasing?
They've been around for years. Some say the Vuldrock brought with them their pagan cults that's spreading in the Blood Desert. There are rumors of hidden installations from the Second Republic or before the First Republic even. Lemminkainen's history goes back that far. Some say that there are rogue guild members out there worshipping creatures that inhabit the dark between stars. The standard's superstitious. We sweep the desert once a year at the Duchess's request. We've not found anything in the last decade.
What do you know of, or how familiar are you with the canon of the Prophet's saints?
Of the what?
The Prophet's saints of the Prophet.
I will be honest. My mind and my arm were always more in the church's service than my faith. I'm familiar with those of our order, the disciples, and the ones that are mentioned in homilies, but the more obscure they are, the less I've cared about them.
I can understand that. I do want to warn you, no, warn is the wrong word, inform you that there is a temple to the Prophet on Limbus. And there is an ancient saint entombed there.
Like
I was
entombed
as surprised
entombed?
as you. There's no recording devices in here.
Like relics?
Yes. However, the relics have been lost. In the destruction of the planet, damage occurred to the temple as to all of the city, and so relics that had once resided in the temple have been lost. But there is a temple, so I wanted to warn.
I have a feeling that you are going to be back here giving me a full debrief on this before I send a ship out.
That is fine. My concern is I do not want this to fall into the hands of the Inquisitor, because like a rabid dog after a bone, I am more concerned with the lives of the people there. I tell you this so that we can preemptively frame this so that the Inquisitor's interest is not piqued, that this is merely a mission of mercy.
Bring me that black box, and then we will have a discussion on it.
Okay.
All right, when we get back from our break, we will find out, does Alestra find the inn? What happens with Gemma? And what we all really want to know is, does Calypso try and steal the donation box? So thank you for watching. We will be back in about 10 to 15 minutes and get back into it. Okay, so we are back. You wander into the city, Alestra.
Did she give me directions?
She did not.
Crap. Okay, great.
Are you gonna get directions from someone else?
You're about to die.
I made sure
You do see
it's
Benson.
not a
I wanna talk to
killable
Benson.
crime.
Okay.
It is not executionable.
Benson.
I have 20 VP.
I am so sorry.
teasing
I did
your
not
brain.
mean to startle you.
What
Look, I'm doing this
Can
for the
I-
group.
do you want,
Good.
friend of the murderer?
She was joking.
Can I ask for your help one more time?
Do I have to go talk to the bishop again?
No.
Do I have to go talk to
No,
Sister
I
Maria
simply
again?
need directions.
directions to?
The Leopard's Paw Inn.
Oh,
Since I'm new to this planet, I have no idea where I'm going. And you're the one person I sort of know now.
that is Gwen's inn. Yes, I can give you directions to that.
I would be so grateful.
Sure. So you're going to take the rail. You're going to take the green rail.
Okay?
6 stops, and when you get off there, go down the stairs,
Okay?
and you'll eventually come up into a park.
Okay?
And you want to go across the park to, you can't miss it, it's the Leopard's. The inn is right there.
Okay, I'll see some sort of sign
Yes,
across
yes,
the
it's
park.
a paw print.
Wonderful. I am so grateful. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
If I ever come back to the temple, can I call upon your help again?
No, I want to stay very far below notice. Even this has just been the most nerve-wracking day.
Okay. Farewell.
All right, so,
I'm gonna follow his instructions.
all right. Following his instructions gets you to you get on the green rail, you take it the stops. When you get out though, kind of wading across, standing against the wall, looking at the train as you get off is Francesco.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, what brings you to this area of the city?
Oh, Priestess Marguerite told me I could have. There might be room at the Leopard's Paw Inn to stay. So I'm
The
heading there.
Leopard's Paw Inn. Oh, I did not realize that was such the to-do spot.
I would not know. I've never been here.
And you are insisting that you are who you look like and not who I say you are.
No.
So sorry.
I am simply stating the truth as you asked for it.
I will show you the way. The last little bit. We will talk again as we can speak as we go across the park. It'll be a pleasant walk for at least one of us. I do enjoy the Magister's Park. So, what did you say again brought you to Lemminkainen?
Myself and my comrades were trying to find help.
For this, these refugees
Mhm.
that you have brought.
Yes.
Yes. And they are on your ship? Yes?
I
oh boy.
believe they're trying to find housing as well, if they are not on the ship.
And where did you say this planet was that you came from?
Well, the planet's name is
Don't tell.
Limbus.
Oh no.
I don't know the coordinates. I did not direct the ship.
Nicely done.
Interesting. And you're not here on any official house business, yes?
Correct.
So the daughter of one of Hazat's spy network's leaders is just here by chance. You can understand why I would find this.
Difficult to understand.
Oh, no. Do not insult me.
I'm not insulting, I am simply still stating facts.
No, your House Hazat manners are as rough as your spy networks. Remember, you're on my planet. And if I wish you to have a lovely stay at the inn, then that is what you will have. If I wish an unnamed body to wash up in the sewers, then we can be cordial, yes?
Of course.
Very well. So it is strange to have someone such as yourself just to show up. I do not believe in coincidences. 3 days after the blackout, a member of the church
I mean, I am a member of the church.
Yes, and I am a member of the nobility. Born and bred. At least that's what it says on the
So am I.
certificate that I paid for.
Hmm. I didn't pay for anything, I worked for it.
We both. Lies do not become us. Covers can be purchased. Covers which are lost in spectacular fashion can be purchased again.
Okay.
I know that your house has put quite a bit of effort in establishing your cover. And that would be just a shame if certain records from Milan Station were to be made available to the Duchess and the public and your house. Yes?
I'm sure.
Yes. All right. So, are you freelancing? Is that what is going on here, or are you just? I cannot imagine a member of House Azat's intelligence organization and network to be here in the middle of Hawkwood power by sheer happenstance.
Okay, Abby talking here.
Go for
I
it.
don't remember what my original mission was.
There may or may not have been an electrocuted puppy in between the two.
That's
Yeah.
right. You told me that your original mission is to try and become the healer to the.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But how did that connect me with the crew?
You stated
Like,
that.
I'm sure I'm on some mission for the house, but I don't remember.
Sounds like you need to redo your bets.
You might need to get in touch with House Hazat then.
Perhaps I should.
You said.
Abby freaking out for a second. I'm telling you as much truth as I can. He doesn't believe me.
The curse of being a spy.
It is
Better
true.
make
He
up a
does
story
not
real
believe you.
fast.
Like, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Just tell him your lover lives here.
I don't have a lover.
That's right.
He doesn't know that.
It's true.
Probably does.
Would I know
actually.
if there's any House Hazat members on this planet?
You would
Since
have
it's
to
a
do.
well-known planet?
You would have to do some research. But that is definitely something you can chase down here.
Okay.
When we spoke about you playing Alestra again, you brought up the fact that you needed to get off Ravenna, and they were a crew leaving Ravenna. And so you were able to kind of embed yourself among them.
Okay.
Infiltrated.
We have.
because you didn't know anything, like nobody had any clue about. Oh, and they were also the only survivors of.
The
Yes,
Milan
you knew,
station.
and you knew Calypso.
You were not the only.
Well, you were not the only survivors.
So
Well,
wait.
I feel like my
this
story
is, so this,
restarted at Ravenna, like
I
my
think I just got
backstory-
total confusion.
like at Milan Station. I thought
I didn't realize she was the
we
same
were
last
saying that
drive.
didn't happen.
No, we never said that. You made it off Milan Station and made it to Ravenna.
Okay.
Oops, I totally knew her. This entire time, I honestly thought that you just reused that name. And were
No,
a
it's been the
whole
same
different
character the
That's
whole
honest-
time.
That's what I thought.
That's okay.
Partly why she was like, "Who the heck are you?"
Yeah, y'all
But-
like brutally murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost feel at this
Bonded for
point.
life.
But that's probably also Calypso.
I was about.
Don't you have one of those faces? Did we murder people together?
Honestly, I almost want to now say it was kind of like one of those we have never met before. What are you talking about? Kind of things.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Fixed
Okay.
it.
As of right now, I'm furthering my studies in healing. I'm helping my comrades with these refugees. And that's all there is to my story at the moment.
I will be checking that out. Here is the
That
inn.
is fair.
I will be watching it as well as you. Have a blessed day.
You as well.
And he starts whistling as he walks down the street.
Okay, I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
See if there's availability. And apparently I need to get in touch with my house. Probably in... I would assume I have some sort of personal comms that might connect to them somehow.
You have access codes that would you would have to find a local cell that you could talk to. Again, you can't just broadcast.
Right. Okay, well I need to find something to be able to do that.
All right. Well, when you walk in, the noontime meal is being shared among a number of patrons here in what seems to be a very old ceramasteel building. And you can see the lion's paw is kind of etched into the side of the building. Excuse me.
Lion or leopard?
Leopard, thank you. The leopard's paw is etched in the side of the building. And there are a number of people who are walking back and forth, serving hot sandwiches, steaming cups of soup, glasses of wine. And there is a older, very broad-shouldered gentleman behind the counter. And he seems to be taking in Firebirds. Sometimes you see him handing out keys to people. And eventually it's your turn up at the counter. Welcome to the Leopard's Paw. I'm Lance. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a room.
Well, that we have. Do you need one just for yourself? Do you need anything special?
Do you have one room with 2 beds?
I can do that for you, yes. It's 3 Firebirds every 2 nights.
I can pay.
All right. Do you need one key? Very well. 1 key or 2?
One with one on standby, in case my comrades need a bed as well.
All right. If you need anything, call down using the box in your room. Ask for Gwen. She'll get anything that you need. And I'm sorry. And the line is, "Welcome to the Leopard's Paw. If there's anything else I can do." Again, I'm Lance, and he gives you like a static key that you can use to open it. You're in 367.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the room, call for Gwen,
Okay.
and see if there's
Yes.
Hi, Gwen. I am looking to try and find some sort of comm station. I need to get in touch with my temple.
Oh, well, we can. There's a public comm station on the edge of, at the end of the street on Disciples Way. If you need something a little bit more private, you'll have to use one of the private guild houses, and I can direct you to one of the engineer stations or one of the chariot stations.
That would be wonderful. I would appreciate the more private connections.
They'll cost you
Thank you.
All right, I'll send up directions with one of the lads.
Thank you.
All right,
Sorry, you said room 367?
367. Yep. Calypso,
Hey guys.
Captain Mars.
How you doing? How
What's-
you doing? How you doing?
What's the plan?
Okay.
I believe in you.
Oh God. Okay. The Inquisitor is not in this area. He was further back in because I remember we saw him. When we
You
went
saw
deeper
him briefly,
in.
and then he went deeper into the
Okay.
cathedral.
So he's not present out here. Mostly, you said it was just a corrupt ton of patrons.
Yep.
The guards at 7.5 minute intervals. I can shimmy it sideways, but I can't take it head on. How close is it to the door again?
You have to get through the gate.
Yeah.
So you've got maybe 20 meters to the prayer area. The prayer area is about 10 meters.
You mean, is that like a private area?
No, it's like when you come in through the gate of the
Is there
cathedral.
like a confessional or anything? in
There is a confessional here.
Okay.
So it's the gate guards, 10 meters of like the tiered candle shelves where like people can come up and light.
Light stuff.
And then about 20 meters beyond that is between the box and the candles there are 4 confessionals.
And then how close is the closest confessional?
To the box. You're looking at about 5 meters.
Okay. So this is either gonna go really bad or it's gonna be amazing, and I'm either gonna reroll a new character or quit.
Oh, don't quit.
Um,
There will be consequences if you try and steal from the church. So just
I know, being I roll well. If it makes you feel any better, she's not trying to take the whole thing.
that doesn't make me feel any better.
I like playing a character that has no religion. Nice. It's contrary to my own
Is that you in the corner?
What?
You in the spotlight, losing your religion? No.
REM, yeah, I know. I just started singing it in my head
Okay, that's
instead,
fair.
and then I had an existential crisis, and then I sat here going, wow, am I really doing this?
I don't know. Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, I got a weird point because I crit.
That's true. You do have a weird point.
So, I have a weird point, and I have 20 VP, because it hasn't been a scene change, and I've built that up.
Note the nervous ticking of.
Oh, no. Well, the problem is the distraction I want to do. So I know that stealing isn't an executionable offense. It's probably,
Unless the Inquisition or the Temple of Asti catch you.
I thought you said then they just chop my arm off.
Yes, so it's not an executionable offense, but it is a maimable offense.
Yeah, that's fine. The issue is the distraction, if done wrong, could probably be an executionable defense because it deals with jamming a Martech amber and placing it somewhere that it goes off without hurting people, and everybody turns to that.
Bring the Inquisition down on the cathedral.
This is a terrible idea.
And your party member who's attached to the church. Yeah, this is real good. This is real good.
As the GM, it's not my job to push players one way or the other. It's just my job to adjudicate the rule in the story and the world.
So, as a GM myself, there are 2 parts of me right now. One part is like, I want to see this play out, because that makes for a great story.
It does.
The other part of me is like, if you roll wrong, you're doomed. And
Yeah, like
Everyone else is
Invader Zim.
I
Doomed.
I'm sorry, JP, I'm pounding. Screw it. I'm gonna sit behind people who are praying, and I'm gonna just sleight of hand them.
Okay.
Way easier task and a lot easier success.
So there are. I assume you're going for some of the.
Yeah, they look nicer.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand roll. Dex plus sleight of hand.
Okay.
I just
discretion, valor. I could feel the anxiety. Like Benson was like, I don't know what's wrong, but something's making me feel really nervous.
All of my muscles are clenching at once.
Spidey
Okay.
senses tingling.
So I just
His
spent.
Benson
So
sense.
I bumped it up 5 points. So that's hold on.
Benson sense, that ability to know that something's about to go wrong. You don't know what it is, but you just know somewhere something is going.
Break out in a flop sweat.
That's right.
Okay, so I got an 8. So that's definitely under what I needed.
Okay.
So I have to do what's 15 plus 8.
23.
Thanks.
All right.
But did you take out what you used?
I did already, yes.
Six will be the difficulty to lift
What's
this.
23 minus 6?
17.
Okay, thanks guys.
Nah.
I country to
Go team! Oh boy.
All right. So I've totally taken from a fancy schmancy nobility looking person.
Okay. So, you lift not just the bag filled with coins at his side, but you can feel like there's something else in there.
Oh.
It's hefty
Okay.
and it jingles.
Okay. I'm gonna just put it in my own pockets
Okay.
and walk carefully.
Okay. Are you
and
worried?
walk away.
All right. At this point, Gemma, you come out as well, having finished discussions with the.
My eyes immediately dart over to the box, and you just see her shoulders.
The box is still there, but Calypso does have a bulge. in
She's
her-
got her hands in her pants. I
Okay.
mean, she's you know.
You have never seen Calypso stand that way.
I'm just, I know, unfortunately these are jeggings, so there are no pockets here, but, shoved in, just, doing this kind of maneuver, like, marveling at the
Oh yeah, there's stuff from
frescoes,
The tapestries.
whatever they're called.
tapestries.
Let's go get the black box.
Yeah, okay, fine.
As you head back to the. Oh boy, I assume you're looking at your
Yeah,
ill-gotten gains.
once we get into the safety
rail.
of the rail.
Okay. Inside the rail is you.
Yay!
Um,
Yay! Imagine how that works. I'm so mad I didn't take that donation box. One hand, great storytelling. Other hand,
Consequences.
there are 2 dead characters on that dry board back there.
I'm not the only stupid one.
I collect them. So, inside this, this is a fine money pouch. It looks like it's leather, but on the inside you can actually see that there is a layer of like synth steel to prevent it from being like cut or pulled out. Inside you find 300 Firebirds,
Okay.
as well as 2 black memory crystals.
Oh.
That would need to be, that this brand, like that style of memory crystal, is heavily encrypted.
Is there any kind of tracking device on this money pouch?
Give me
I should not be the one making this roll.
wits plus
me to do
perception
it?
perception plus interface.
You want me to do it?
You should probably do it. Perception plus interface. Yeah, that's a 4.
Looks clear.
Woo! I mean,
How much is your interface?
0.
So, yo también.
What's
Yeah,
your perception?
My
roll this.
perception is a 5. I could just use,
Yeah, I can bump that up to a 6.
okay, I'll just do it. Okay. I'll use VP. Okay, so I'm gonna use 10 VP, and so that's
Mine
15.
is an evil laugh. Okay.
12.
Okay.
So, hold on. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19. Okay.
Okay. So this is a blind bid. You
Okay.
don't know if there's a tracking device there, but you're looking for it. So how much do you want to spend to try and find a
I'll
tracking
just do
device?
6.
Okay. There's not a tracking device that you can tell in there.
Don't like how you phrased that.
It looks clear.
I know, it makes me nervous.
Don't worry, I'm gonna sell the whole dang thing. In second I get to a shop.
All right, you guys arrive back at the spaceport. You take the loop around the city. Katerina is still there. She sort of waves to you, Gemma. Did you speak with the bishop yet?
I did not speak with the bishop. I spoke with Marguerite. It's as close as I'm going to get for the time.
That's all right. If the Iron Dame doesn't know what's going on at the cathedral, no one does.
The Iron Dame.
I mean,
Is that Marguerite?
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Respect anyone as decorated as her who still wears the buns.
Hashtag the buns.
I'm just picturing this like matronly woman who's like maybe stoic, really heavily metalled, and then buns.
If the battle buns, which we've established are a thing.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
it.
So, hi. She was leader of the training cadre when I went through, and that was not too long ago, as I remember it, and she was still more iron than flesh.
May I ask, what fighting style were you trained in here?
The type that I was trained in while here.
You're in Marduk, right?
Montauk, yeah.
Montauk, yeah, Montauk. Yes. I
assume-
personally went through more of the sniper training, but
Okay. But Montauk is still.
Montauk is still taught here, yes.
If we have time, I would love to spar. I have not had the opportunity.
Only 9 more hours until I get off duty. I would be glad to meet you in the mess. Show you where the training facilities are.
Wonderful.
All right. Be careful. They're that useless dandy Antonio has got many of them riled up going through taking the weekly commission for the Duchess. It doesn't look. We have some of the militia here with us. We're keeping a lid on it for now.
I was surprised that a member of the church was asked to pay the full
It's the Duchess's rule,
the Duchess. Okay.
even though the Inquisitor is the one who shut down
I see.
the noble houses are getting their pound of flesh out of it, so they are happy.
You know, someone is getting paid, so someone is happy.
Yeah.
The doll houses?
The noble
Noble.
houses.
Oh. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
All right.
I would much rather see the funds go to the church to be spent in rather than the hands of
Agreed.
a noble. I will find you when your shift ends.
All right. When you get back to the ship, the door starts coming down, and there are like 3 children climbing on Gregor. Come.
Hi!
It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jessup won't come out of her room.
Did you feed her again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a bathroom in her room?
Nope,
Yeah.
there is not.
Oh.
I'm gonna find out how that one plays out. She's been crawling through the ducts, so no one can see her.
You did say you could smell things. So there's a,
It's just.
She didn't quite make it to the bathroom.
Ew.
I'm
Ew.
sure that Jexa does
I'm sure.
make it to the bathroom. If she's actually in one of the crew quarters, then yes, she is. Like, they have the private refreshers in there.
Okay, great. That's my.
Definitely have it in yours.
I mean, I knew
Well,
the captain's
yeah.
quarter would, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize, like, I don't
Captain's
know.
quarters got a bidet. Let's be honest.
There's a fish tank.
The two are not related.
What is not? Okay. We need the black box.
Oh, hey, Gregor.
Yeah.
She'll take one child. Hello. Yeah, we're gonna go play with some dangerous things. Do you like fire? Okay, we're gonna go play with fire. Gregor, can you please, and she'll take the other two kids, can you please get the black box and,
Yeah, why?
Gemma needs it. Gemma, can you fill him in? We're gonna go play with fire.
Do you need Captain's black box or
The ship's black box.
right? No, that's what, we have two.
Yeah, I figured.
We've got, like, the one that we give dock officials, and we got the real one.
Well, we need one that has proof of our trip to Olympus.
Oh, you want the real one then?
Can we like somehow get it on the not real one? Like,
Oh yeah, I can transfer.
Can we scrub
over.
that over?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, we don't need a lot. We just need to prove.
Why somebody calling us liars?
Well, yeah. No, not liars. They just want. I appreciate it, Gregor. I really do. Higher up in the command wants to verify our story because no one has ever heard of anyone going through Sheol's Gate and surviving.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Right, really weird. And of the survivors on the other side. But we don't want to mention that we were at Milan Station or Ravenna or.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear the Engineers Guild's here. I'd prefer not to be.
you don't want to be known.
Captain's pay's better. A
That's
lot
fair.
less work. Aside from that whole thing about blowing something up at Olympus. That was kind of stressful. As was that thing with the Hux. And killing Kotok.
Kind of rough.
Suddenly
though.
existential crisis.
But
I mean,
I've heard there's more ruffled shirts on this ship.
yeah, like, one, I know you're a woman of the cloth, even though you don't wear a lot of cloth. We going to Sardon? Or is that just completely off the table with you on board?
I mean, that's up to the captain. I would also check with the captain before you specifically go to Sardon.
Well, no, right,
Because, I mean,
right, that's,
there's.
we don't want our ruffled shirts in the wrong hamper, so to speak.
Right. You don't want your ruffled shirt coming out of the hamper dirtier than when it went in.
But that brings me to my second question. What does she mean? Like, how do you, I just stitch up the ruffled shirts with the ripped. Like, if this was an engineering metaphor, I think I'd get it.
Okay.
I hurt Gregor so hard.
And you see, like,
He is my
the
actual
hamsters,
favorite.
like, running in Gemma's mind, because clearly Gemma has zero experience
Yeah,
with this.
by the way, he's led you through, and he's currently, like, under a console, connecting cables from one black box to a black box in a floor.
So, Gregor, my understanding of ruffled shirts is
Yeah.
that if you're not careful, then there's many ruffled shirts running around.
There are buns in the oven, so to speak.
There's. My understanding, Gregor, is that of the birds and the bees,
And the child comes by.
Oh!
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say so.
I think she's still afraid Jex is gonna hear.
Yeah, Jex is in her room.
I know, and I think Jexa knows more than, we give her credit for. But
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that if I hadn't been chaperoning,
I mean, you were
there
an
would
excellent
definitely
chaperone.
be some, like, dress socks.
Dress
at
socks.
least.
Right. Well.
Not
I
ruffled
mean,
shirt stuff, but
Right. One step below dress shirt. Hair would be done and there'd be dress socks, but no ruffled shirt.
he also flushes bright red. Yeah, I'm, Cap says I should chaperone more, so.
I mean, there's plenty of little kids here you can practice chaperoning.
I hate them little buggers.
I take it you don't want any of your.
I am not made of brightly colored plastic.
Well, I mean,
They keep climbing on me and
So-
chewing on me.
so Gregor,
I do not have-
have you ever had cats?
I-
Like animal cat.
Is this a metaphor?
No. You know how like if you ignore a cat, it suddenly thinks you're the greatest thing in the world.
No. More of a. I'm even a dog guy. I'm just more of a.
Like a goldfish in a tank. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, no, those don't make sense. Catman's got them, and I just think they're a picture you have to feed and clean.
Well, and they watch you.
Right.
Like they
don't
never
blink.
blink.
No. Thank you. Don't tell Calypso I said that. She loves the fish tank.
Yeah, I think she probably likes the fact. Never mind. So the thing.
What's she like? What's she like?
What is she like? Is what I said. The fish don't blink.
Or say
I don't
anything.
say anything. There's no judgment from the fishing.
Total acceptance.
So, okay, Gregor. So, what I was trying to say about cats is kids are the same way. If you
Bringing it back to center.
Gemma's a simple woman. If you ignore kids, they find you fascinating. So maybe if you engage just a little, they might not chew on you.
Like throw things at them.
Or throw things for them to retrieve.
Oh. And then lock the door when they go to get it.
No. I mean.
You hear a beeping noise. Oh, hold on. All right, there's your clone box. No
Okay.
information on Milan Station. Looks like we just been touring about the galaxy. Went to Ravenna, and through Shiel's Gate, came here.
Okay, do we want Ravenna on there?
Make
You
it
didn't
believable.
ask me not to take Ravenna
Okay,
off.
great. Ravenna's up.
Okay.
Ravenna's great.
So it's
Yeah.
only about this big, and it doesn't weigh that much.
And yeah, careful with the ruffled shirts. Just, you know.
Right.
I don't see the captain as someone who gives out bouquets of knives lightly.
No, I'm the only one that I've seen. Have you seen others?
No,
What about that Delessa?
I mean, I don't know what's going on there.
Right, don't put ruffled shirts in other hampers.
Just don't get
go to
yourself
Sargon.
spaced.
Yeah, she always said she'd let me know. Yeah, probably as she's doing it. Right, stay on the captain's good side. Always good advice.
Glad we had this chat, Gregory. I'm just gonna go now.
And Gemma, nowhere in her life did she ever, as a religious like sister battle, think, I am going to be giving sex talks to an assortment of people. One being probably a middle-aged, normal, 30s man. The other 16-year-old child.
I was not trained for this.
He's had the sex talk. He knows.
No, the other sex talk.
Oh, right.
The don't get spaced sex
Right.
talk.
That one escalated quickly.
I was trained to slap people back to Wednesday. I was not trained.
All right, so you have the black box that you needed. You have a gaggle of kids.
I do. I've been playing with matches with them. They have not touched the matches, but I sure have done some fake little fire tricks with some alcohol.
Yeah.
They know weird things.
Fire and alcohol with children.
There's definitely one that you're like, are you crazy eyes kid?
Yeah. So you put the alcohol in your mouth like this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Leah comes in at this point and is like, Calypso,
Hey.
come along, children. We're going to go look at something else.
Bye, kids.
Bye, Miss Calypso.
Bye. And remember, if we accidentally catch things on fire,
Stop, drop, and roll.
and do we tell anybody it was our fault?
No,
Right.
try everything.
Yes.
Leah looks horrified.
Alexa.
No, Leah.
Leah.
Leah Electo.
Oh, okay.
We're at least amusing our producer.
At the end of the day, what else matters? So I'm good with it.
I'm amused, so I'm happy.
All right, so you have the box.
Yes. I'm gonna head back to the cathedral. Do you maybe want to stay here?
I think, yeah, I need to. Well, shouldn't I go? Because I'm like the captain of this ship that box is associated with.
Right. Can keep your hands in your pockets.
I got us 300 Firebirds.
I know. So did that scratch the itch?
I did.
Okay, great.
Did it scratch?
Though I found these two things.
What?
They're memory crystals.
They're
Yeah.
memory crystals.
They're memory crystals.
Huh.
They're heavily encrypted. I want to find out. Gregor,
Captain.
are you familiar with these?
Yeah, those are encrypted memory crystals.
Can you break into them?
It's really more Jex's sort of. I mean, I can try.
Are they expensive?
Yeah.
Let's sell them.
How do we plan on selling,
But what if there's something good on them?
or something
Do you want to
like
try?
that links them back to the owner?
I don't care at that point. I have the Firebirds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, we deny everything.
Pirate thinking.
Deny everything and run really quick. That's pretty much how I've lived my whole life.
Gregor, don't deny everything.
Right, I have no memory of the incident in question.
Anyway, you.
Yeah, I'll give it a try, Captain. I'll be in my bunk.
Sounds good. Okay, so you want me to stay here?
No. You should come as the captain of the ship.
Okay.
I will warn you that I mentioned the temple and that there was a relic in it, but I didn't name anyone specifically.
That's fine. I never saw it.
Okay, beautiful.
Yep.
Mostly because I don't want them to enter the temple, because we made
And I never went and looked at it very intentionally, so we're fine.
Beautiful. Do.
My walking is catching on.
I feel like it is kind of a weird walk because of all the armor.
Clank, 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 clank. All right.
Stealth
So
rolls with disadvantage.
about 10 minutes later, there's a knock at the door, and there's a young boy in Paige's outfit. This is for you. Gwen said to give it to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You
I'll
are
tip him.
excellent. And he walks off. So you have two addresses. One is for the Engineers Guild. They maintain a small communications array here.
Okay.
There's all primarily planetary, nothing off planet that
Okay.
is curried. The Charioteers Guild has a intersystem comm relay, and when the jump gate opens up, they can send burst packets through to relay stations on the other side.
Okay. So I probably need to go to the Charioteers Guild.
Okay. All right, it is about, there's no real rail lines that go there. No matter when you look at the map, no matter how you get there, you're going to be walking for about a half hour, 45 minutes to get to there.
Okay.
But eventually you get to a fairly nondescript, save for the large comm dishes on the roof building. And there's one or two people that kind of come in and out of the doors, but the Charioteers Guild's symbol is on there, and you notice that anyone going inside either scans a biometric plate or talks through a comm box.
I'll talk through the comm box.
Hello?
Yes, this is Charioteers Guild, station 113762.
Yes, I need help sending a message to another planet.
That's expensive.
How expensive?
It depends on which planet you want to go to.
Would I know, is this system gonna be secure?
It's going to be fairly secure. There's nothing perfectly secure. You would know that as a spy. There's always the chance when you send something that it can be intercepted. The Charioteers Guild system should be as secure as public communication can be.
Okay. Do I have some sort of contact within Sanctuary Aeon who could relay messages to House Hazat?
No, because your cover is, so remember, you're a spy. That was your
Right.
calling.
Right.
You have basically created an identity as a member of Sanctuary Aeon. So as long as people view you as such, they treat you as such. But you don't, there's not like a network inside Sanctuary Aeon of House Hazati spies.
Okay. Alright. I don't know what planet House Hazat is on.
The main planet is Aragon.
Aragon?
Aragon. That's their kind of main planet that House Hazat controls.
Okay. I need to send a message to planet Aragon.
Oh, very well. Please touch the biometric scanner so we can get a read, and we will have someone to be with you shortly. And the doors open, and you hear this, before the doors open, you hear a faint whirring noise, followed by a chunk. And when you open the door, there's no one else, and it just opens into a small room that is 4 feet by 4 feet squared. The whole ceiling is just this fluorescent white light.
Okay.
Right? When you step in, the whole room starts to move kind of downward and at an angle, and every so often it shifts directions. And when the door finally opens, there is a person in very heavy gray robes sitting at a desk that has a large number of readouts and displays and input devices that you don't really recognize.
Okay.
And both of the person's hands are under the table, but it keeps looking to screens as if it's making adjustments.
Okay.
Welcome, priestess.
Thank you.
You wish to send a message to House Aragon?
Yes.
That will be multiple jumps. We can have it there within 62 standard hours.
Okay.
Reply in about an equal amount of time. It will cost 180 Firebirds.
Oh, yay, yay, yay. Phoning home is expensive.
Can you
FTL communication is really not.
can you charge
YouTube
the house
on that bill.
fireworks?
No.
Jesus,
No, there's
No.
for security reasons and for guild reasons, you pay for the message up front.
Okay.
Because you're gonna send it and it's gonna take 62 hours to get there. And so if they deny the charge, then the guild is out
Right.
the Firebirds.
I am terribly sorry to have wasted your time. I don't have that money.
This is no waste. When you have the money returned, we will send the message.
My gratitude. Would the old boy have any sort of communication systems?
Not that would send, so there is no FTL communication. It all has to get transmitted through jump gates as the gates open, relayed to data stations. Those stations may have to send it through multiple jump gates to get to the planet that you're heading to. In case, I don't think I've shown you this, this is a map of the jump gate portals,
Gosh.
right? So
Yeah.
there's very few direct lines between planets.
Right. Okay. Well,
Donation box ain't looking so bad now, eh?
No, it's still looking bad.
Bring it around.
Town.
Especially since I'm already under scrutiny. Terrible idea.
Mm.
Alright, I will get back in the elevator thing. And leave.
Okay.
After I'm out of the Charioteers Guild, I'll calm Calypso and Gemma and just let them know where I am. That if Calypso needs a room, there's another bed in my room.
That's so nice.
Tired of the children.
Yeah. Leave Gregor with the kids for a night. Bunk up with the less.
Leave Gregor with the kids for a night.
Leave Gregor for a woman.
I mean,
That
there's
sounds
still
exactly what
Delisa
Calypso
and
would
Leah
do.
And Liso.
There's also Delesso.
Extra, yeah.
She just jumped on her. There was nothing there so far.
So.
Yeah.
Calypso engages in
I guess,
polyamory.
where would I find information about the healing stuff? The bleeding edge healing tech.
You would have to figure out where you could find it. You would have to figure out what
Probably the
guild
prisons.
and what organization is doing all of the research, and then gain access to try and find a way to interact with somebody in there. You could probably spend the next day doing some research on that and figuring out.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay. All right. So the comm call comes in.
We know she's alive.
She is alive.
For now.
What are you two doing?
We're gonna head back to the cathedral to
Okay.
try and see Marguerite again. Would we need to go through a page this time, or could we just go to her office?
You would probably just go to her office. You're a sister battle, so
I have the buns.
you have the buns, the war buns.
War buns. Cool. We will head that way.
All right. You definitely see a scribe as you're walking in, kind of look at you, and then head off in the other direction.
Benson.
No.
Hi.
As you're walking in, you do see two members of the battle order have grabbed the edges of the donation box, and they're kind of lifting it up and moving it as another box is being set down. You can kind of see it kind of, and these two people in power armor.
Why do you do that?
What are you talking? This is my innocent face.
Why do you do that?
Because look at the look on Lee's face.
She whimpers softly before one goes. I could have jammed a Martech Amber, just dropped it, ran.
Yeah, I could have.
Could have died.
I'll just start winding my way to Marguerite's office.
All right. When you get there,
No.
the door opens again,
Okay.
and Marguerite. Welcome.
Welcome, or not welcome, hello?
Sister.
Sister.
Did you bring the box?
Yes. I will present her the box. This is Captain Calypso, you've met before.
Yes. So this is your ship's box.
Correct.
We will need to get one of the scribes in here to access it.
Yeah, bring the twitchy
No.
one.
Maybe don't
Twitch.
bring
Oh,
Benson.
Benson.
Yeah, the twitchy one.
Why do we want Benson have
We
some
don't.
predisposition towards this?
She spooked him, and she just
Oh,
takes
he
great
spooks
pleasure
easily.
in.
So
There's
it's
a
funny.
reason why he is a scribe as opposed to a brother battle. He tried.
He tried?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Bless his heart.
There's There's only so many times that you can have friendly fire in training scenarios before you realize that some are not suited for the Pan Creator's work in that particular way. I will go over this and I will have something for you as soon as I have my scribals records delivered here. I am not suited for delving this sort of information.
I understand. Is there a way we can delay this getting into the Inquisitor's hands?
It's
Not
gonna get
that
into the
there's-
Inquisitor's hands?
Not that there's anything to hide.
I'm
but
sorry,
I
is the
don't want
Inquisitor
the
gonna
complication.
confiscate my box? Because I kind of need it on my ship.
I will make sure that that does not happen.
This is, the Inquisitors think they can put their hands into whatever they
Who do
like.
they answer to?
High Inquisitor?
Who answers to? So,
I mean, technically the prelate, but the Inquisition is sort of, so if like, here's the church structure, right? The Inquisition sort of.
When you open up the door and there's all the people.
That's right. But the Inquisition sort of operates outside the
That's why
normal
we-
lines.
That's why we try not to have dealings with the Inquisition, and we try not to
Couldn't you just,
land ourselves on
like,
the Inquisition's radar.
Tell the Inquisition, no, you have no authority here. Back up. This is stay in your lane. Beep beep. Like,
No, it's this tricky thing where the church relies on the Inquisition and unfortunately turns a blind eye to some of what they do because the Inquisition provides results. Correct me if I'm wrong.
well, that's stupid. Because if the Inquisition is investigating you, but you are the church, I just feel like this is counterproductive here. There's some conflict of interest going on. Does not like.
I don't think we can argue. There's a reason the Inquisition is not welcome.
You know, as they say, quies custodiet ipsos custodies. Who will guard those who guard themselves? Who watches the watchers? The Inquisition operates without oversight. We operate with oversight.
Well, like you're not operating on oversight if you're dead. The fact that you both in unison just did this.
Well,
We thank you for your understanding and your willingness.
it is. Ours is the duty to guard the interests of the church, to fight for the Pan Creator. And sometimes that is rooting out heretics and cultists, sometimes that is fighting barbarians, and other times it is being the shield of the people. I understand the difference between the sword and the shield and the necessity for both.
In the meantime, we have 16 children on our ship.
You have a small ship.
And a few
It's
trained
efficient.
caregivers. Is there any way we can
I will find.
even just like recess? Just get them
No,
out
they
and run 'em
shouldn't
around.
be. I will grant temporary asylum to them, and you can bring them here to the cathedral, and we will find a spot for them and the others that you said you brought, the Liso
yes.
and
Delessa and
Delessa,
Yes.
yeah.
There's one kid though. Keep him away from the candles and the matches. No reason. Just one of them. You put him out. Got these crazed eyes.
Maybe Benson could spend some time with the kids.
we not tortured the poor boy enough.
Sometimes the nervous types do well with children.
That is true.
Just don't give him anything that could, harm the friendly fire. Just avoid friendly fire.
That
No matches.
explodes or shoots or...
Yeah.
Very well.
We'll leave.
How long are you gonna use the box for?
I'll have it in the hands of one of my personal scribes within the next 10 minutes, and however long it takes, I can't imagine it would take more than an hour or two to verify what you have in there.
Okay. So in the meantime, we just wander around? Okay.
We can help unload the children, relieve Gregor. Unless you want to stay close by, we can stay close by.
No, it's fine.
I can walk you through the iconography of the cathedral.
I would. You know what? I've suddenly, I gotta go.
Where are you going?
She just doesn't want to hear Gemma's lecture about the iconography. Oh, before we leave the cathedral, actually, can I do a lap and see if Beatrice is featured at all in any of the iconography?
Give me a faith plus observe roll. What are you doing, Alestra?
I'm trying to find out how to find out about the bleeding edge healing tech.
All right, so that'll be something to do, like you'll need to do legwork at the start of next session is what we'll do. All right, so you're heading back. You'll spend the night in the inn.
I guess if they tell me what they're doing with the kids, I'll go help wrangle kids to the cathedral.
Okay.
Spending a weird point
Yeah,
to make
well-
this favorable.
Can
Okay.
always help to have another adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that 9. Success.
It'll take 8 of the 9 that you just earned because she is there, but it's very subtle. There are little references to like she's always tucked away, sort of hidden in the iconography of Zebulon and Ven Logi. But you do see all of them seem to be looking out towards the desert.
Okay.
As the two of you start to head back, you hear a voice kind of call out from behind you.
My hand
Captain Calypso
instinctually
Mars.
goes for my sword. I don't pull it, but it
There
just...
will be no need for that, Sister Gemma. I just wish to have a chat
Who is this?
with the good captain. And when you turn around, the Inquisitor stands there, flanked by 2 Temple of Esti flagellants. That is where we will end for tonight.
Farts!
Flagellants, those who beat themselves to get closer to piety.
I definitely heard flatulence.
Farts.
Sorry.
So, that is where we will end for tonight.
Deny everything.
That's right. That is where we will end for tonight. Thank you for tuning in and watching, whether it's live or on our Twitch stream or on our YouTube channel. Check out Iconic Production. We are running Fading Suns, a science fiction fantasy game that is being produced by Ulysses Spiel and will be coming to Kickstarter later this year. And this is the crew of the Oh Boy. Thank you again for watching.
Was the